Hey, Mus here. Welcome to Market Monday. So here's the content coming, and I apologize for the lack of uploads lately. I've just been disgusted with MUT, and they did something over the weekend that's equally disgusting. We'll get into in a second. Here's what's on its way, aka roster, Redux, Combine, head-to-head ranked, Ultimate Legend. So the expected promos, the biggest question of the week is, are we going to get an overall upgrade at the Combine? We'll talk about that in a second, but first I want to talk about the disgusting act performed by EA. So, EA Sports MUT added nothing good to the product this year. Now, I'm not talking about gameplay and switch stick and all that stuff. I'm talking about MUT product, okay? They made it more expensive. They introduced step packs that are like $1,000. And it's wild to me. So they had one cool thing, which was the ability to pull limiteds out of sets. Now, if you guys have played FIFA, the reason why people like that awful game is the fact that they can pull good cards out of their sets, aka SBCs. And do not come here telling me about rerolls. Those things are awful. They got murdered a couple of years ago. So here we are with sets. These old sets used to be able to pull the vintage version, which a quick sell for $350K, right? So not exciting, but there was a decent hit in there for people that didn't put money into the game to get good cards and a return on value. You know, get your mystery packs and then put them into these sets, etc. And then EA decided, whether by incompetency or maliciousness, to get rid of them, right? Because, like, all right, the most beneficial you can be to EA here is like, oh yeah, they fold up a lot of old promos, even though AKA ended a long time ago, but they just did it right now. So, but that, even if that's your interpretation of it, right? If you're like, oh yeah, they just did it because they always do it, then it's like, okay, you just don't understand us. You're not listening to us, because the people that actually grind and want to play MUT itself, right? The non-comp guys, the ones that don't just want to play head-to-head or solos all day, they actually want to grind the menus, right? They open the packs, get that urge and that itch out. They were using these things to make value at times. So you got rid of that. And so you once again hurt the menu grinders, something that they've been against all these years for I don't know why. The reason we play MUT, a majority of people, is for the menus and getting in there and grinding your team up that way. So they got rid of that. They hurt that community again. Now, maliciously, obviously they took it out because they wanted to hurt us. So they either don't understand why people play the product, or they do and they hate us for that. The biggest middle finger to the MUT community, you know what? In a few weeks, right? It's crazy, right? I thought the step packs were going to be the worst thing we saw in the last month. But here it is, man. More FU for the NMSers. It's absolutely frustrating to play MUT and what we used to have and what we have right now, and to see the company so opposed to their own players and to keep playing the product. It's mind-bending how evil they've been to us. And so it's just more of the same, right? More of the same. Like, we should just get used to it. It's along with like what we've seen over the, like, you know, the 96 overall. I put a tweet out about it, like, you know, the EA screwed the community with the non-labeled limiteds. They just like threw them in the game. Oh, that's right. Surprise, the limiteds. Now they've done a few make rights, but not for the people that bought it in the store and wasted their training on those packs. And so I'm sitting here on a daily basis like, hey, I should make some YouTube content for this game because, you know, people are interested, but we end up just getting like slapped across the face on a bi-weekly basis. And that's all I got to say about that. They really like comp stuff. You get for view buying them for 60 minutes, you get a free 95 overall BND and a 94 overall Darrington Evans if you don't already have him from the ViewBot before. If you got them all year, you also get like whoever wins is big card. It like, does EA not know, like, there are probably 1,000 people, maybe less, are wannabe comp players. People are interested in the MUT content. Please go back to the way things were, and like you actually cared about the MUT community. Like the people that actually play MUT for MUT. Not like, we're not all temporarily embarrassed comp players. Quit it, EA. Please give us a reason to grind the MUT and not just online game, online game, online game. Here's some solo season, here's some solo season, here's some solo seasons. We get some AKA cards today. I mean, if you're a Lions fan, these will be neat. Otherwise, Kamara's getting a decent card here too. Shout out to the Saints fans. So that's the content. We'll see, of course. Let's talk about Combine and the things going forward like we talked about. So basically, Combine, if you see the overalls in the game right now, we're at 96, right? And the overall upgrade is going to be the big question. So, like, not limiteds, obviously. Limiteds are higher overall. But, like, the champions. If they go up to 97, if MUT Streets goes ahead and brings out that, and they're, like, 97 overall for the champions, investments could switch to 94 overall. It's not a bad idea because, like, it's probably only a week away. If Combine isn't up in overall, then the Team of the Year will be. So, eventually, although Team of the Year sets are a little different if memory serves correctly. Let's go look at Team of the Year, MUT 24. We'll go ahead and, so right here, there were 97s right there. So let's go ahead and look at what they were. 97 overalls. And then there was obviously the high overall. We voted on Twitter for that, so we'll get those cards here coming. The sets, no, you know what? It was a regular set. They've changed them in the past. So 3 Team of the Year players and anyone 93, 94 overall player to 97 overall. So yeah, actually they are kind of a change. So investing for Team of the Year sets, maybe the best you could do would be invest in like these cards to get this card in order to get these cards. Otherwise, you know, you get your Team of the Weeks, your solos, your 97 overall for your tokens. Be done those. But otherwise, yeah. We'll see. Combine, like last year, if you guys recall, those cards were really powerful. So we could potentially see a meta shift, a upgrading of our teams. Right now, we're kind of hitting that end game attribute. Like a lot of our teams, not a lot of them. Like Randy Moss got 98 speed, but a lot of teams, and especially with the theme teams, are getting 99 now. So it's really kind of getting into ability season. And an ability season, it's like 6 to midnight, man. Like they gave us some crazy abilities, to be fair, during the Super Bowl stuff with like this Jalen Hurts is, you know, always on Truz, and just he never fumbles. You can just like completely change your entire offense. You go to like a 5-wide scrambling type deal with it. So when the attributes are moving up, cards don't really get that much more powerful. Like what's 1% more speed? You know what I mean? Like sure, it's gonna help you a little bit, but it's really when the abilities get more powerful this time of year that everything completely shifts and the game is unrecognizable. So even though we already have a couple bench press bottlenecks, we might get more. We might get thrown out. Might be some insane like more. We got more avalanches, so maybe tank at it. More Enforcer Supremes on the avalanche. We don't know what's coming, but be aware. We could potentially see a market crash, but of course, we'll see because EA could fluff it up too, and they could just wait for Team of the Year to be the good cards. We have rank reset. Do you guys invest in the ranked cards? The problem with the ranked cards is they're now only for top 100 people, and so you have to be in the top 100 because EA doesn't want to give more people the card than that because they promise it's only for the top 100 because they're catering to the top 100 comp guys. That's just what they like to do. And so I think most people know what they got, right? And so like investing in it, you might be able to find a snipe initially, but it's kind of tough. But that Megatron should be uber powerful when he hits on the first. We then have Redux coming. So your old limiteds, you know, it's not a bad idea depending on what Redux packs come out on Redux Day. So what is that, like Thursday probably after Roster Revolution? It might be Wednesday, but probably Thursday. So Redux, if they have a good offer, it might not be a bad idea to invest in like the really good cards. Depends, right? If it's offers like, oh, Redux 93 plus, you're like, okay, ain't no good cards getting pulled out of that one. But if it was like a Redux, what is it, 95 overall, 96 overall, something crazy like that, it's not a bad idea then, because like there's no other Redux offers for a while till the next Redux. That's high risk with some reward too if you're an investor. Otherwise, sets, always profitable sets. Become a Twitch sub. Tony updates profitable sets and stuff on a bi-nightly basis, every 2 nights. I guess you could have interpreted this as twice a night. But every couple nights, he brings out new sets and methods on the Discord. Now, the problem, like I've always said, I've been saying this for years, I just got, is whenever I talk about profitable sets, they always like go away because they're methods. But like, they're come and go. They've been solid so far. Always a solid one for like pack trash is, and we've been saying this for dang near 8 years, maybe even longer, is the playbooks and stuff. EA's capped a lot of this, but there's still some decent profit between uniforms and items, base team items. So that's a decent one if you got low money. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, join the Discord for that if you're a Twitch sub. Members, if you want ebooks, it's right here on YouTube. Go to your membership section. All right, that's it for Market Monday. Peace.